Hey, and welcome to this new live stream where we are going to continue developing a Chrome extension from scratch without using any extra libraries. The reason of not using any extra libraries is to understand the logic of Chrome extensions from scratch and understand the pain that we are having here. And then when we use any extra libraries or any um, platform, we could understand the benefits that's providing us. So to start with, I am going to show what we have done so far. So we have a Chrome extension, which is here, and it's emoji Chrome extension. And for that, when you write anything with two dots and write the topic that you are looking for, you will see the emoji that you are looking for, and you could choose one of them, and then it will be printed on the screen, which is similar to the logic that we are having in GitHub. The issue that we faced was that, as you can see here, that we can't we see multiply stuff here. So instead of having one only uh, list, I have right now a multiply list, which we could see inside that console. Hey, yeah, here we have almost, I'm not sure the number, but it could be 10 lists that have been added. And that's not the ideal situation that I would like to see. I would like to see just one list whenever I search for something. So to do that, let's see here again. Here we could see that it's another list added. To do that, I'm going back to the code here. Um, we'll go to the code that's related to this, which is sending the message of that emoji, and we are getting the response and printing it here, so we could see what we are having as well. And um, we are sending this to the background script, which we have that script to run the code we are having. And in the background script, it's the main reason to have that is to have this kind of fetch, which we can do it in the same page, but we could do it in the background scripts. And here we could script like fetch the data from our emoji. And here we could see that we have this add emoji list, and inside that we are having tab query emojis. And inside that tab query emojis, we see that we have an element here somewhere. Let me go to that. We are having this to check if nothing is there and we are getting the emoji text. We are having the default one if there is no emojis. Then we are inserting a CSS, and then we are executing this script, which find all text areas and add the emojis to those text areas that we are having, and then we are adding the logic to do whatever we want here. But for me, what I would like to do right now is to check if um an HTML element provided, and in that case I wouldn't go and loop for every text areas, but like I would just go with that text area that we provided. And we could do that through this content script, since we are having, let's see here, the event. Inside this event, let me print that on console. So input event, and here we could see that event itself. So we could see get that target, and we could pass that target, which is the HTML element that we are having, to run and get whatever we want. So here, just to make sure, it's point one. Let's go back to this. Go to the extensions, go to emoji, refresh this. We have the last one. Let's refresh this page for making sure that everything we are having is up to date. And here we could right now do those two. Here you could see that we have that event which I mentioned before, and we could say test, and we should see whatever we have here, and then we could see the stuff that we are searching for. So inside that event, what I would like to get is the target, which is the text area that we are having here. And I could pass that target to our search element, What was different between source element and target? Let me see. With target, I remember that I have checked that before, but I forgot. So source element property is deprecated, and yeah, so it's an alias for target, which both of them are the same, but we should use target instead. And target is the event interface reference to object which the event was dispatched. So yeah, this is the object that we want. So what we could do right now, I'm sure that this is not the best scenario, but we could go with that. Here we could go and write target, and we could add the event target that we are having. Yeah, here we have the event target, and we are passing that to our message. And when we get back to the background, here we are getting this message here, and we are getting the message. We could pass that target to at the end of the add emoji list, and let's say message dot target, and inside that add emoji list we could add target, and then we should pass that target here and pass it here. Then we could use it as well in the function that we are having. So if target is available, we should, let's just, if target is not available, we will do all of this const query the text areas that we are having, and if else, which is means that it's available, I will go and just push the target to the list to array. So we could just go and use the same logic, and I don't need to restructure what I have done here. And to go back, we could go to manifest, refresh this for checking stuff, and here we go. And yeah, so I just passed that target, and it should right now see one and only one cannot read property of undefined. What's going on here? Yeah, so what is undefined? Yeah, so here we have that target. We don't need to go to the parent element. Let me see. And here we get the text area, which is an object. What do we have in that target? Let me get that here. And we could see that emoji, it's query, we get that. And in target, we don't have a thing, which is just a prototype. And it should be, I was expecting that to be the actual element, but it's not. Why? Let me go back. So it's not working. So I should get back to this content script and have something here. Let's see. Latest text, whatever. But I would like to see this event target, which is the correct target that I'm getting. And here we are getting that function, which is using the target. But did we pass that target correctly to background? Let's console log target And to see that code, we need to refresh this, open service worker, check the stuff again. I don't need that. Let's just pass it and see here in the background script. It's not running. Console. I think we could see something related to background script here somewhere. So let me just refresh that for checking whatever it is. Go to service work. Okay, wait. Text area values. So we can't access content of the page. Extension manifest must require to respective host. It was working previously, so let me just refresh. And here we go. Here we are. It's stopped in results. And we get the message dot target, which is getting as an empty element. I am not getting it as what I want. So just have an empty object. Um, and to solve that, what we could do is, I'm not sure. Here we are getting back. Yeah, here we see that target is empty. What I was thinking to do is to send that to background, and then when I get the response, I would um so I would just like use that there. But another approach to do that is to get only the emojis as response, which is what we are getting right now. Let me go and double check. Here we get the console. Yeah, so here we are getting the array of the emojis as whatever we want. And I could build this add emoji function inside that um let's see where we are having it. So I could just do this add emoji logic, which is this one here till here, I guess, inside the content script, which let's say function add emoji list. Here we go. And I need to get those queries, which is query emoji text. And no, I think I got them already. So I could just remove those areas. Get this. I don't need the rows. So here we get the text area target. It's not defined. We go to all text areas. I think I don't need that, but let's go with whatever it is right now. So yeah, I could just go on that target here. And here we have the text areas. We're creating element, adding whatever we want. As for query, I don't think do I need that? I have that. Okay, so I could use that. And we have default emojis, building them, inserting it before, and we are getting that query selector and adding the click event. So here, I think this could work. So yeah, let's get latest text as query, response emojis as emoji text, which is what we want, and then we should send the emoji target. Okay, so here we have this inside that inside that and then inside the content script instead of having it in the background. So instead of doing target, let's say just only CSS, and at that time I will just go and add true. So here, if we have, what I would like to do is first I will add the CSS, and here instead of checking target, let's say only CSS. We don't need target anymore. If um okay, I don't need that there, I could add it here. So if only CSS, I will just return. So I just added the CSS and returned. And then I would like to change this here to message target to message only CSS, which is what we are getting. And then you are doing nothing. We are adding the CSS, but I still feel that we are going to add CSS multiple times, which is not the best scenario that we are having, but it's still, um, at least it could be better than what I would like to do. So here, let's just run this, double check it. It's not working. Uncode, whatever, it's content script. Yeah, so you just fixed that. Why do we have this? Is it like this? So I think we just had some extra text there. Let's just refresh this, close this area, open this again, refresh for check. Yeah, we don't need those, so let's just open. I don't need that debugger, and I could pass this debugger, and I broke something. Let's see, where do we have debuggers? Okay, I have to, we just remove this, refresh, refresh, have console. This is background. Okay. Cannot access contents of extension manifest requested permissions. So I think this is it. So okay, so we missed that target here. Do we have any extra targets? Text that I missed. So we have that. We don't need it anymore. And function target, I don't need that anymore. Text area, it should be here. I could remove this. And let's refresh. Close this, double check this. Let's see. So here we get that working again after breaking it. So let's go with test, and we get an error. What is breaking here? Cannot read property of length. Add Chrome extension, whatever. So here we have emoji text length. But I returned that here, and it shouldn't run this one. Ooh, let me see. Content script running. Wait, is it in the content script? Yeah, this is it. So what it didn't find was, what was it? Let's go to console here, add emoji list, response.emojis, and it didn't find. Let me just go and add pause on unquote exceptions, and let's just and pause unquote ones. Here we get that. So we have emoji text, it's undefined. Why it's undefined? Because we didn't get. Do we get the results from? Okay, so let's just go and see if emoji text is undefined, then we could just have it as an array. Here, let's refresh the page. And I don't need those errors anymore. Let's refresh this, refresh the page. So it's working. And here, if we go with T, E, S, T, yeah. Hello. And what else we could do is, let me see. So when we get that, did we get the result here? We're still adding multiply. And we are getting the results. So we're still adding multiply stuff. Let's see. What I would like to do is in content script, if we go to add emoji list, event target, and we are adding to, yeah, so okay, the issue is here is I'm not checking if this is having something or not. So what I should do is to check if we have that um so I'm getting the event target. So let's say target closest, it shouldn't be div, but it should be whatever it is. So here we have that, and then I could just remove it. So this way we will just remove whatever we are getting. So let's format document. This is the first thing that we could do. And then we refresh, and click on this. We have the event. We get the T. This is not working, so I need to work that. But it's not showing anything. And let's just put something here. So here we go, where it is. We got the response, which is like whatever, and we have the character. Yeah, okay. And here we get the response emojis, and that's undefined. Okay. This is the first issue. I need to get, instead of response emojis, we are already getting the emojis, so I should pass the response. Here, let's say I would like to see the happy face, but yeah, okay. So this is happening for this. If it's there, let's we see it's working. And we are getting this as objects. And we are removing something. So where is the issue right now? Here we are getting that. Content script, it's correct. But what I would like to do is to see how does emoji text. Okay, I'm not building that here because I had that done in, so emoji text here. Let's go back to content script. If emoji text is whatever, let's just make it as an array. Why did I do that? I don't know. Yeah, because the other condition there is, otherwise I will just get that code from there, format that, if else, okay, here, here. Yeah, so right now we are having the correct format. Let's just refresh this extension, refresh the page, check this, it's working. Here we could see that again we are getting some extra error. We get the event, emojis is not defined. Because right now it's emoji text. Emojis, if it's not defined, get emoji text. Yeah, so I could do this. Let emoji the text. This one, if emojis, I could just update that emoji text. If emojis, let's see here. If emojis length 0. Or if we don't have emojis, it will be here, otherwise we'll get the emoji text. I could have this in a better way, which I would just set the default emojis as emoji text, and if emojis, then emoji text should be empty, and then we should apply that to it. And then I don't need the whole stuff here. I could just add that emoji text to our HTML and remove this stuff. So I don't have the same logic being done again, but like I need to refresh that and check the code, make it better. But yeah, let's remove this stuff here, 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 refresh. Let's go to console. Let's see it's working. H. Here we could see right now, but we still are getting multiple stuff. Why? We see the console, content script. I need to go to this one here. So target, which is this one, going to closest, and I'm removing that. Let me see. It's null. Hmm, target. Then I could go to closest. What should we call that? Here is the target. Here is the closest. And I could check for ID. Let's see if I have UL. So what's happening is, since I'm adding that, let's see if we have something else beside closest. Closest MDN, compute, get attribute, before, append, after. This is setting attach, append, after. Okay, I could go with the same logic that I did where I did it in that. So I will go to target parent query, which is the same logic that I followed for inserting. So I could just reverse that logic to remove that. So target parent element, query selector. Here we are having that. So it should be one, only one. Let's refresh. Let's refresh here. And let's run this again to double check. Yeah, it's working here. It's getting that parent element, query selector. And let's see. Null. Remove. So just be undefined. Okay, so here we have had. Let me remove this. Here we have HA. Let me remove that. SMIL. Smiling. Let's remove all of that. Let's go back to do not smiling. Let's say angry. Oh, okay, we see that. We see that. That's cool. Here. And we could add them. What we could do right now is replace, when we click on something, replace this one text that we are getting, and which is the same logic that we are having in GitHub. And then we could remove that area here. So what I could do is go back to text area, on click, here for elements, we are getting that element, and we are doing this text area, and on click. And after adding that value, what we could do, just go, it's not removing the element, but rather that element. Let's see here. So this is the element that triggering the stuff, but rather going up. Let's say, okay, what I could do is just check the element here, console log event and element. So I will just check two situations here. One of them is console log element. Here we remove that. We have it. So here de test tube cat cute. Why we are getting those when you write cute? Because it's cut. So here dark chocolate. Okay, so we have that stuff. So what I would like to see is when I click on this one, I get that pointer to ID, LI ID, and when I click the image itself, it doesn't work. So I need to fix that. But it's working when you click on the text. So it's getting the list element item. Hmm. So since it is this list element, list item, here we go, which is this one, I should remove its parent after that. So here, element, parent element remove. So we just remove the parent element after clicking on the text that we are having. Let's refresh this for checking everything is working as what I want. So here we could have here happy smiling with hello. When you click on that, boom, it's done. And then you could go and here, I think Seychelles, something like that, but let's go with not cute, angry. When you click on that, you just see it. The other thing that I should do right now is replace that text that we are having here with whatever we written. And to do that, let me get back to that. I think I could do this through finding the query, since here we are having the query. And I could, where it is this query? Coming from here, add emoji list query. And this query is the text that we are getting. I could just go text area value and go with, let's just say this is the emoji, it the emoji, or yeah. So here we could have the emoji, and then here we could go with value, replace, it's not a query, but it should be something like this query with the emoji. Here we go. Let's see. This is working. It's working here. We get that. H. We have HE. And when we click on that, nothing happened. Why? Let's get that extension. Yeah, so we get an error here. We don't need that. It's null. So text value replace whatever is null. Here we get that. And I think I could go with emoji text. So I think I could go and close this, go with service worker, and go to that again. Let's see. We click on this, but nothing happens. So I think there is some issue here. We could get that through debugger. Element, I don't need that. So let's go back here, run that, check if it's working. It's working. Here we get this stuff. Here we are in the debugger. So let's see. We could just jump to the text area. Here we have the emoji, which is this. Could I see? Yeah, we have that emoji here, but it's in black. I couldn't see it. And let me just do this like that. Yeah, so it's something in black here. Yeah, I think you could see right now. And then we are getting the text area. And here we could go. We could see that text area. We have a text area dot value is a test, and we are replacing. Let me just do that here to double check. Text area dot value. It's a string, so I could just replace it with something that I would like. So yeah, and let's see again where is the source. So we are getting the text area value, replacing this with the query that we are having, and this will be the whole query. And here we have that emoji. We are getting it from here, and let's go with that. Oh, okay. I think I know the issue here. I know that issue. So I am replacing this, and replace is just, let me double check. Text replace doesn't um JavaScript. So text replace is a method of like returning a new string. So just like not replacing, like not updating the string that we are having, but just like replacing the elements and getting us a new string. But what I needed to do is just to go and have that text element, text area value equal to the new value that we are having. So by doing this with this way, right now I'm updating the value we have in the text area, and we could see what we are doing. So let's go with here. Let's see, double check it's working. HE, whatever. And it's the old code. Let's just refresh this page and refresh this page. Here we could go, and here we could see if we click on that, we get the new code. And right now, I don't think that I need it. So you could see that we are replacing that text with the emoji that we are having. And I need to remove the debugger, remove this, update the extension, update this. Here, let's say, hey, here the shell, it's just updated whatever I want. So again, I could say angry. Um, Here we could see that we have the angry symbol, whatever it is, and we are replacing this stuff. So here we could go. The other thing I wanted to do is, let's me see it here, source console. So I want to do is, if we are getting no response from, so if response is undefined, I would just remove that element. Let's say if where is the response, here we could see if response is there, so we could do that. If it's undefined, we could just mm, remove document query selector. This one I could just remove it directly, so I'm not sure if it's the best, but right now I will go with this approach. Why I did that? Okay, so right now if I don't get any response or if it's undefined, it will just remove that code from there, or that like selection. Here we could see there's something not working. Just let's refresh. It's working. Let's go with HLL and let's say S. And it's not what I expected. Let's see here. I would like to run this here. So here we get the response. We get shells, say shells, okay. And what if it's Q or something like random, like this? Well, let me just do paired. Here we are getting a response. Okay. And we did that again. We got paired, but I will not get something related to bear. Here we get that, and nothing is working here. So let me see, console log. We get that bear, but didn't we send a message to that service worker? Wait, we got something here. Let me see. And response is undefined. It's undefined, so it will just go and remove that. But why it took some time? Okay, so let's get that again. Bird. It's working, so if I go with bear, it will keep showing me the birds and the first three elements here, but after a while, I'll just remove it. So I think this is what I would like to do and get right now. So here we have that bird, and let's say red. Here I would like to go hertz. So yeah, this is kind of working with what I would like to do. Face. And I feel kind of okay right now with the results that we are having here, but let me see this. Okay, the other thing that I could do is, let's see this. Okay, so what I could do is get in the place of that cursor from the text area and show this menu inside, like under that cursor, instead of like just covering whatever it is on top of that, because right now you don't see what you are writing, which is odd. And yeah, I think we could do that. Let's see if we have, I'm not sure how we'll get that cursor. So get text area cursor position in we have an um we could get value index of whatever. No, so prop selection area, it's selection start, or do we have that in text area selection start in MDN? Okay, so we have the text area element, autofocus, columns, disabled form, selection end. So we could see where it's starting and where it's ending. But let me just we could see select the content of control, set range text, set selection range. I don't need that. In we have the input, auto growing text area example. So it's just getting the height and setting it again. But what I would like to is see bold. Okay, so just inserting stuff inside that. And here text area with fixed number of characters per line. I don't need that. As for MDN, I think I could try to see if we what is that text end and text start. I will go with this zero text, or was it selection? So we see selection direction, selection end, selection start, and we get some value here, which is I would like to have an element of top of that, so I should um let's see here. He is saying what they are doing in Stack Overflow. I think there is no direct way to do that. Hey, Kevin. How are you? Um, so what I'm doing, and hey, Desmond. So what I'm doing right now is try building this kind of Chrome extension where it will have a, let's just type that. So where it will have a menu will show you where the text that you are doing, and when you write whatever you want, so it will show that stuff and search for it. Then you could select that and you just replace that inside the text area, which is similar to the GitHub logic that we are having right now in the issues. Let's go with one of these. And I just want to do this so I could enable it in other websites to just play around with that. So in here in GitHub, you could see that you have this menu where you select that emoji that you want, and you could search for emojis, which is the same logic as what I'm having here. Let's see if we could get the gear. We have that, and let's say whatever we want. Eyes. We could see this eyes, or we could see X. Here we have those nest with eggs. Yeah, okay. So this is what I am doing right now. And hey, good to hear you that you are good, Kevin. And I get to a point where I could just show this stuff when I write on that, which is based on the Chrome extension that I'm having, but I get stuck on showing this stuff when so let's say this shell here, but I would like to see this menu right now after this cursor here instead of having it in top. So right now if I do this, let's say what we should find eyes, you could see that the menu is showing up, and I would like to find a way so I could find the place of that um, cursor and going to that cursor so I could just see what I have written and see that menu under that cursor instead of seeing it on top. I'm not sure how GitHub is doing that because right now it's working here, and if you go down you could see that it's worked down as well. So it's getting somehow the place of what the cursor and showing that stuff in front of it. But I'm not sure how they are doing this, like programmatically. But yeah, but let me see. I think they are doing with element style top 50 pixels and left 11. Let's see if we go with something, not this one, let's go with something at the end. I would like to, okay, I would like to see this UL, and they got something extra here, which is like top almost 200 pixel and then 11 pixel. Hey, John. Good. How about you? And Kevin telling me to ask ChatGPT. Well, let me try to ask ChatGPT. Sometimes ChatGPT doesn't work, but let's just give it a shot and try that. So, how to put an HTML element after the cursor in the text area. How are you doing, John? Okay, so they are showing that. Let me see. Insert HTML after cursor, and in ChatGPT they are getting that text area and having whatever it is. And yeah, so they are using the selection start, cursor position, and using the value. And so for this, how long have you been in this stream? So I think it's almost an hour, and it's a couple of days. And what else? So yeah, so they have this text area which I checked here, not here. I think checked it after this page. So we have text area element where you have selection start and selection end, and then insert the HTML element after the cursor position. Okay, so ah, what's doing here? Value, the updated value, and they adding the range. ChatGPT right now is just adding that HTML element inside the text area itself, not in front of it. So if we run this code, it will show us that element inside the text area as a text, but like not as an element. It's just still, it's not what I want. I want it to be an element rendered on top of the text area to what? Just like that. And here we go. Let's see what they are doing in here. We are getting that text area, we are getting the overlay, which is what I would like to see, and getting the text area input, text area bounding client react, and they are getting the select cursor, and here they are calculate the position of overlay with this get current coordinates, text area, and cursor position. So what they are doing, helper function to get cursor coordinates. So they are creating a range, getting the selection from the window, and setting start for that range, which is the element and position, collapsing it as true. I'm not sure what does this do, by the way, so I need to search for each of these to understand it right now. Let's just go with that, create range document. So the create range method returns a new range object, which is a fragment of document that contain nodes or text stuff, okay. And window get selection is returning the selection object representing the range text selected in user in correct position of caret, okay. And we are setting the start of that stuff, which is that element, which is the text area, and position, which is the cursor position. And create range collapse true mdn. So collapse true, which is current selection to single point, the document is not modified. Not sure what is this. Let's see. Range collapse true to start, a boolean collapse to range to its start, false if it's end. So it will be at the start of that, okay. We are getting the client React from that range, and we are returning the left, React left and top here. And then we are adding that overlay left and top, and we are adding that overlay position, and we are showing it. So let's try that here. What is the logic that I'm doing in the script? So I am adding this, and I am setting that position of it through CSS, but I could update that, so it's fine. And then I'm inserting it here before, but before inserting that, before I could just go and get that text here, which is getting the range. Here's the helper function. Let's just format the document, and here it's doing that inside the input event, which is, where is our input event? I think, yeah, so we have that input event here, which is on top of the stuff. Where is it? Input. Yeah, here it is, our input event. And it is just, so it's getting that boundary of text area, which it should be for us, where, just give me a second. So here we are removing this list element. We are sending that, and I think, so I'm getting that as target inside the emoji list. So we have that target, which is the text area that we are having. So we could add that here. So here, but instead of text area, we could just say target and get cursor position here, so we should just change that to target. Or wait, I could just do let text area equal target, so we not rename that stuff. Here we have that position calculation and whatever, and here we are having the overlay, which is for us it should be the overlay should be target parent element query selector, remove no, it should be this element. And then let's go here, so instead of having that, wait, where did I create that? um so it's this list unlisted items, and here we could go to those unlisted items and have the style left and top based on the overlay that we are having here. Yeah, this is not like the best code that I have right now, but I will just check it to work, then we'll check the other stuff. And then they just changed that um, display to block. Let me see how this stuff will be. It's not like, I think it will be shown by itself. So we'll just try, just to make sure of what I'm doing here. I will go to manifest, have it as 4, refresh this so we could see the 4 here, which is the updated, and refresh this one here, and here we go. Let me see. And we are not getting that set start. It's not what I want. Text area, and then we have this set start is executing in range. There is no child at offset 3. That's a thing I need to enter search and see what does it mean. Does it give the same issue now? What I could do is to go here, get that issues, here, and go with that, so I could get the debugger here. And here we could see that we are getting element, text area, and we are getting position as 3. And we are getting set start. The length is 2, but when you go with 3, it will just get broken, saying it's not there. I and because there is no child there, so it's not what we want, and I'm not sure how to fix that right now. Maybe I could try just have it as, but this is getting that cursor information, so I'm not sure about that. Let's just have it as 0 right now. I would just like to see how it, and let's just remove this stuff, how it will work. Let's see, here it's working. Here, cannot read property of undefined React left. it couldn't get that React range, get client React, so it's 0. Okay, so there is something here I should work on it um to try to let it work, or let's just try it here. Yeah, we have the same issues. So yeah, that's kind of some research that we need to do to get the result that we need. But like till now, what I get here, which is I just broke the code. So let me get back to this. Remove what we have done from um, ChatGPT. This, yeah. So I started with this helper function. So yeah, till what we get right now here. Let's just refresh. I Let me get back. And here, which is getting this list, having that sad face, whatever, and let's say happy, having this smile with hello, whatever, and replacing that here is really great till now. So I think I could call it a day right now for this stream and do the other research for putting that position in front of the cursor at another stream. Hopefully you have enjoyed it today, and it would be great to see you again later in another stream tomorrow with building a Chrome extension. And John, if you like, could just like send me a DM in to tell me what you have for the graphics that you mentioned in the Twitch. It would be great. And thank you for watching today, Desmond and Kevin. And hopefully we'll see you in the other streams. Enjoy your time. If you have any question or anything, just write in comments so I could read that and will reply to you. Mm, Before ending, I I think I could just end.